And this former Marine says that he is fortunate to be alive. Now, people in this Oxon Hill community says that they picked the wrong person to allegedly try and rob. Now, during the struggle, the shot was fired, and I want to bring you a little closer here on Fox 5. We bring you closer to the scene. You can look right here. This is the bullet hole where that bullet went right through here.
I'm feeling grateful. I'm still here, safe with my family.
We got some teenagers that are brazen, and they picked the wrong one. They F around and they found out this guy's a former Marine, minding his own business, has a family, has things that are important to him. And then you get some teenagers that are brazen, that lack respect. And man, when those worlds collide, it becomes very interesting, especially when you have someone who's not for the games. You can't be playing around with certain people, and these teenagers found out. So let's take a look, man. Let's take a look at what's happening right here.
First tonight, a Marine veteran speaking to Fox 5 after he says a group of teenagers tried to steal his truck at gunpoint.
The would-be carjackers even fired a shot before the man was able to disarm them. The confrontation was caught on camera. It is our big story tonight here at 10 o'clock. Shamari Stone's live at Oxon Hill tonight with our top story.
Well, tonight, the 4 suspects are in jail, and this former Marine says that he is fortunate to be alive. Now, people in this Oxon Hill community says that they picked the wrong person to allegedly try and rob. Now, during the struggle, the shot was fired, and I want to bring you a little closer here on Fox 5. We bring you closer to the scene. You can look right here. This is the bullet hole where that bullet went right through here. Why is this significant? Because this Marine veteran has children. A child could have been sitting right here in the back seat. That video could have traveled, hitting the child. And plus, he has his 4-legged friend right here. And this is Sky. Sky, as you can see right here, is usually sitting in the back seat right over here. So he's happy that Sky, his children, his brother, the Marine veteran are all okay. Now let's show you that surveillance video.
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Surveillance video showing Jaco Borda working on his pickup truck near Oxon Hill High School Wednesday around 4:45 in the evening. Now take a look at the 4 teens walking near him on the sidewalk, one wearing a backpack and 3 others all dressed in hooded sweatshirts. He says they demand his car keys, phone, and other valuables. The teen dressed in red, white, and blue pulls out a gun and points it directly at Borda's head, with the other 3 suspects surrounding them. The teen becomes distracted, and in a split second, Borda fights back to disarm the teen. Borda's brother runs up to help, and listen, the gun fires during the struggle. Fortunately, no one is shot, the bullet hitting Borda's truck, and then one of the suspects tries to jump in, but Borda's brother turns around, fighting back, grabbing that teen, and they hold the suspects down until Prince George's County Police arrive. Meanwhile, you can see Sky, their dog, checking on his owners to make sure they're okay. Officers arrested all 4 suspects. You're now going to hear from Jaco Borda. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm going to stop it right there. We'll get right to this hero as far as I'm concerned, because this man has a family. You know, he's over there minding his own business. You have some teenagers that lack respect, just brazen, demanding the man's car keys, want to take his truck, demanding his phone, his wallet, whatever. So disrespectful, man. This here is egregious. So if you have teenagers walking around with their hoodies up, hoodies, jeans, everything in the summertime, you have every right to be suspicious. I would be suspicious. I don't care. I don't know what these kids are, what their ethnicity is, or whatever. So in this case, we can't sit up here and say it's black fatigue. We're not going to say that. All right. However, we talking about just young people in general. I looked it up. We have no idea who these kids are. I'm pretty sure they're protecting them because of their age. Anyway, these kids are out here, man, and they out here moving foul. They are moving foul. This man could have lost his life, and the kids could have lost their life. You seen they were tussling with the gun. It could have easily shot the kid, could have shot him. Could have shot an innocent bystander who was oblivious to what's going on. These kids don't care. And it's unfortunate. The parents parents are trying, man. They're out here trying. I'm going to surmise because you know what? It's expensive to live out here. Maybe you got two parents that are working all the time. Unfortunately, they may not be giving their kids the attention that they need. And maybe they're just too trusting of their kids. They think their kids out here being kind and sweet and wholesome, and they hood rats, man. They might be hood rats or they might be wannabe hood rats. Maybe they're trying to prove a point that they're tough or whatever. Listen, this right here is dangerous, man. And it's unfortunately a little too easy. Weapons are a little too easily accessible. So let's get back to him so he can explain this ass whooping that he gave these young men.
How are you feeling tonight?
Back.
I'm feeling grateful. I'm still here, safe with my family.
And how were you able to disarm the teens? Tell us about that.
It took me just one split second. We went to training for the Marines, and that came right on the moment.
Yes, indeed.
What should happen to these suspects, and do you hold their parents accountable?
I hold the parents accountable because they're still minors, but I do count. They should be more accountable for it because, I mean, they did it. They knew whatever they're doing.
Look at the doggy.
And now looking at a live picture here, Mr. Borda says it's going to take some time to fix his truck. It's going to cost around $2,000 because he says the car insurance company will not cover it. As for Sky, well, he's again happy that Sky is okay. Now, if you have any information, additional information about what happened out here, call the Prince George's County Police Department.
Isn't that crazy? The insurance company is not going to cover it, man. They should put the insurance company on blast. Who is this insurance company that's not going to cover a situation like this? Look, the man did what he had to do. He was probably not only thinking about himself, he's probably thinking about his family, man. I got to protect my family. Listen, man, don't put people in positions like this. Do not, especially a family man. A family man will lose it over his family. And this guy right here, thinking about his cute little dog, he's thinking about his children, he's thinking about wifey, he's thinking about all these people. His brother comes out, to also help him with this situation. To me, this is egregious. And unfortunately, we have way too many young people that act this way. They have no respect. They have zero appreciation for their elders, for people that's out here working in the world. To me, and I'm going to surmise, they probably want things handed to them the easy way. They probably don't want to go to work. That idea probably is foreign to them, and it probably scares them. I don't know how young these guys are, but there are jobs out there for people if you're willing to take your time to learn, to make some money, and do it the right way. You don't have to do this. You could have lost your life. You could have took the life of some innocent people. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. See, I speak from 2 points of views. I speak from a person who was a young man at one point that grew up in bad environments, right? And you got to see it firsthand. And then as you get older, you start to understand, man, this way is not the way, because you're putting people's lives in danger. And not only that, you're putting yourself in danger. You're disappointing people in the community. And there becomes this facade. Like, man, we're family, we're this, we're that. As long as we are out here committing havoc, as long as we are out here being domestic terrorists to the neighborhood, we're a family. No. What happens is you realize that you're just some insecure young people that lack direction, that is looking for leadership in the wrong people, because there's people out here who will take advantage of a young mind, of a young person. And who knows, maybe these young people, maybe they're just misled by OGs in the community that just didn't have their best interests in mind. And that's unfortunate. And I've seen that way too often. Anyway, leave a comment here. Let me know what you think the punishment should be for these young people. Personally, I believe they need to have stricter punishment for people who commit heinous crimes like this, because of what could have happened, and situations like this where the outcome, unfortunately, has been fatal. I think you got to teach these dudes young, because they know because I'm young, I'm not going to get severe punishment. That needs to change. We need an overhaul. There needs to be there needs to be a wake-up call. Like, man, if I do a crime, I'm going to go to prison for a long time, depending on the crime. I think a lot of these kids they definitely should be tried as adults. Let me know in the comments what you think.